Okay, today we're going to take a look at the DirecTV remote control application. And what I'm doing is going to shoot the screen of my iPad. So please bear with me, I may bump the camera. It's a little bit hard to navigate both the iPad and make sure I don't hit the camera from the position I'm at. Before we get started though, you'll see that there is an HT Guys icon just above the DirecTV icon. And I'd like to remind our listeners that that application is available in iTunes. And it's a free download. It's iAd supported. We're also building an Android application. Actually, one of our listeners is doing that. He ran into a couple issues, but he's almost got those resolved. As soon as that's ready, we will let everybody know, and hopefully you'll download it and have another way to get to our show. So let's get started. We'll launch the application. The first thing you're going to see is a bunch of panels that come up. Currently watching, favorite channels, quick tunes. These panels take a little bit to populate. One thing I noticed is in the evening when there's a lot of people on the network, it does take a little bit longer. So that's, I guess their servers need to be beefed up a little bit. You could scroll through the various panels just like you normally can on an iPad. We have sports, kids and family, the 101. There's also a quick tune by icon, so if you were to just press a button, it's going to tune directly to NBC without providing you any options, and I'll show you what those options are here in a second. You can also customize the layout if you choose, all right here on your main screen. So we're going to go back, and you'll see this time that the channel Access Hollywood is now being displayed on NBC here in Los Angeles. We can, in the currently watching, we can get more information. That will pop up and fill up a screen here. You can watch it on TV by pressing the button. We're already watching it. This is the same screen that they use for more information on all, no matter how you get to it, whether it's currently watching or going through the guide. You can get information about the cast and crew. So we'll click on Billy Bush here, and you can see his filmography. And this is a kind of cool feature because when my family is sitting down and we're watching something and we see an actor who looks familiar, one of us will pull up IMDb and try and find out where we've seen the actor before. This kind of makes it right there in the application, which is kind of cool. Now I'm going to move your focus down here to this button, and it brings up a little dialog box which has all the tuners that I have on the network. There's my master bedroom, the theater, and the family room. Today we're dealing with the theater, so we'll click there just to take that off. We'll go to home. Then what I've set up are my favorite channels here, and you just select them from a list. You can click on a program that's in there. As I said earlier, you can get information about that program. And if you click Watch on TV, when we get back to the main screen, it should show as they're currently watching. So let's go back. And it's pulling up information because it just changed to that channel. It'll take a few seconds for it to populate. And that's one of the small irritations I have. I don't like how long it takes for some of this information to fill in the screens. There's also a quick tune option. Oh, if we go back to it, so see that actually it just says Access Hollywood. Interesting. So let's try and do a watch on TV now. By clicking this button, you essentially just tell the device, your receiver, to change to that channel. And that's what we've done, and hopefully this time it will work. And there you go, we're now watching the Sunset Limited. The other thing is in the quick tune, when you click on for your eyes only, it just changes channel. It doesn't bring up any information about it. It's just saying, I just quickly want to go to that channel. So let's see, updated currently watching. It'll just take a few seconds. So you can see how after a little bit of doing this, it kind of gets old. So we're not going to wait for that. We're just going to move on. The sports on today, it tells you if there's any games on, but here you can see what all the sports are on today. And one of the nice things is they have down in the bottom here a sports section. So I'm going to kind of jump all over the application here. Here's the sports that are available today. Let's see, we'll go to My Teams, which is right here. And if any of my teams are playing, it'll show up here whether they're being, it's going to come on today or later, and if it's currently on or later on in the day. So here we have the Kings playing the Canucks. and this event is already completed. So I have view score here, it's off. This is if you're recording the game, you don't want to see the score, but you want to see what's going on. So let's, whoops, sorry about this. Let's flip it to on, and you see the score show up. So that's kind of a cool feature. You can get a glimpse of what's on there, and you don't have to ruin the score in case you're recording it. You can go to upcoming, and this is showing you what's tomorrow and the various days. And these are just for my teams, but if I was to go to Major League Baseball, there's nothing scheduled. So let's take a look at college basketball. You see a whole bunch of games are on tap for tomorrow. Let's see, we also have movies. And you can click on the movies. This is going to give you the video on demand that DirecTV has. It's kind of a neat interface. You can scroll and see what movies there are. Inception, we hit Inception. And then you can do record, and your DVR will record that. You can get more info, and the same sort of thing comes up. So it's kind of cool. It has that kind of like a Netflix Watch It Now or an Apple TV kind of look to it. You can also go directly to the guide. And this is just your television guide. What I'd like to see is in the background, if the application is running, just download this information to the application and just have it available when you get there. If nothing's going on, just have it run in the background and pull this information up. So you can see it becomes a little bit difficult to use because there's no information here. One thing I do, okay, so finally filled in, and you guys are seeing this real time. What I like here is the playlist. This is showing me what is recorded on my DVR, and this is pulling it directly from the DVR. What's nice about this is that you can now watch something and decide to see if you want to watch something else on your DVR without interrupting what's currently being watched. For instance, if the kids are watching something or you're watching something, and let's say I want to see what do I have recorded. So I have some Modern Family recorded, and I guess I just have one episode on there, and it tells me what it was, and then I can decide if I want to watch it, get more information about it, all without interrupting what's currently on camera. I'm going to go back to the playlist and try and find something that has multiple episodes. So right here, my kids have been watching a lot of Glee, and you can see here the episodes come up, and then if you click on the specific episode, you'll get information about that. And when you hit watch on TV, it just is the same as hitting play on your DVR. Alrighty, so now let's take a look at the remote. So a nice little dialog box comes up, and that's your remote. One of the things I like right over here, you have a 2.5 minute jump as opposed to hitting the 30-second skip over and over and over again. And it makes it a little bit easier to get through the commercials. And let's see what else I have to say. From the point of view of remote, it's very responsive. When you hit a button, it just happens immediately. One of the things though is I don't like this as a remote control because it's a little bit cumbersome to have to wake up the device. You know, you have to swipe your finger, wake it up, and then do what you want to do. I think having just a remote, a standard remote control where you just hit the 30-second skip works fine. And I think I said on the podcast that I'm going to add a 2.5 minute skip to one of the soft buttons on my Harmony One remote, and that's the one thing I liked about this remote. It had a 2.5 minute skip. The other thing I was going to say is the remote is nice for discovery, figuring out what it is that you have on your DVR, what you want to watch, maybe set things up for recording. That all can be done from the comfort of your seat without interrupting what's being watched. Overall, I think the remote's a great idea. I'd like to see the performance, the content fill in a little bit quicker, or have it fill in the background. Other than that, again, I think it's a pretty nice implementation. I think it will get a little bit better over time, but that essentially is the DirecTV remote. If you want more information, you can go to htguys.com and get information in the news and more section, or just in the podcast section. Got a lot of great stuff on the website, so please try and visit that as often as you can. And we do have a store where you can help support us, and that's htguys.com/shop. Anything you buy from there gets us a little bit of a commission, and that is an Amazon front end. We appreciate the support. It does help us try to do more of these types of shows and videos, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it too. So thanks a lot, and thanks for watching.